Dear students, let's understand what is called cross-site scripting. So cross-site scripting is basically an attack where we inject a malicious code or scripts into the trusted websites to compromise a website. Okay, this attacks usually occurs on the web applications where we send a malicious code generally in the form of a browser side script. So let's take an example. Suppose you have an input tag, some kind of inputs. Let's say you're putting up a sign up where you put your name, contact number, email address, and the moment you do that, when you click on save, your data are getting saved. Okay, and also some data, a part of it is getting displayed on the screen. Okay, so if you understand a script, try to understand the basic of it. So let's say here we have something called a tag. So if you see here div script script, so whenever we have this left bracket, okay, arrow bracket, and another right arrow bracket closing one, then we understand this is an HTML tags. Okay, so whenever you find this these brackets like this, they form a tag. Okay, so I'll just show you. Let's go to a browser and try to see. Okay, so just let me just open any browser and you open google.com. Okay, so this is a page, right? Here also we are putting some kind of input. Now when you just right click and go to view page source, you will get a bunch of code for that particular page. Now can you see here there are some scripts, div. Okay, so these are called tags, which are also the building blocks of today's modern websites and web applications. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So what we are going to do is, wherever there is, let's say an input form, we can inject this code. Okay, so let's say suppose some kind of blocks where they ask for you give your comments. All right, now in place of giving the comments, if we just put this kind of information, suppose that website is vulnerable, that means you can inject these codes. Okay, then suppose we inject this code, what happens is whenever the page loads, it is going to do a some kind of alert. Okay, so this is a function called alert. All right, so to do this, what we will do is we'll go with the lab. Okay, I have chosen an online lab for this called hackexpert.com. Okay, so let me just go to the browser and type hackexpert.com. Okay, so we have labs here, so we'll just go to the lab sections. Let me close this. Okay, and we will use this RxXS. Okay, you can use, let's use a DOM itself. Let's choose another one. Let's use, we have many labs here, we can just use any one. Let's use a get lab and go with the first lab. So this is basically a form where you realize that suppose if I put a name here and click on submit, that name is getting displayed onto the page itself. So whenever we have situations like this, it is very easy to inject our codes, okay, on that form. So what will I do is I'll try to inject a code. Okay, in this case I can just put a script. All right, and alert, and in the alert message I can just give you are hacked. Okay, so what happens is it'll try to print in this particular location. So I can also give a name, maybe let's say Prakash Yadav. So if you understand that this particular portion is not going to be reflected on the page because it is a script, okay, which needs to be rendered when the page opens up, but I just gave it another text also which can be displayed onto the page. So let me just click on submit. Okay, okay, now you realize that this particular hack is already being okay, managed, because you have realized that script tag is removed. I think let's go with another one where we can wait. Let's try the same thing here. Okay, even here it is being oh, okay, it is saying that it's supposed to be safe. Okay, so let's try another one which is not saved. SC, oh, sorry, we were actually giving a wrong spelling. It should be SCRIPT. And when you click save, now see, it has given the name, but at the same time it has also loaded. So whenever we load this page, it's going to give this message. So this is how you have injected a code, a script tag, into the page. Okay, you can actually do a lot of things with this. If you want to get the cookies being used in the browser, you can get it from here. Okay, so I hope it is clear. So you can also try this page and try to work on it. All right, so there are many labs. Okay, there are plenty of labs here. You can just try on it and just try to see the code also. You can also see the solutions file here. Okay, how they have used this. Okay, so let's go to the another topic, which is SQL injections. So similar like the cross-site scripting, in cross-site scripting we were injecting the script tags, okay, scripts, malicious scripts to the page. In SQL injection, what happens is we are targeting the database used by that particular application. So SQL injection is a code injection, okay, technique that might destroy the hosted web application database. So I gave you an example. Suppose when we have when we go for user credentials, so let's say suppose a admin has some users, okay, so when you log into a particular username, you get an admin access. Suppose when you put your details or some informations, then you retrieve the informations. All right, so SQL injection is one of the most common web hacking techniques used by the attackers. So SQL injection is a placement of malicious code in SQL statements via web page. So let's take an example of this one. So let's hope you understand the basic of SQL queries. Okay, if not also, this is very simple. What we are saying is select star from users. It means that star means asterisk means here is give all the values from a table, and the name of the table is users, where is basically saying that some kind of filter where username should be whatever value that you are giving and password should be this. So that means it is saying you give me all the users where the username is the input value it is giving and password is this. So here all the where all the informations of the users whose username is this. So let's say suppose we have fixed, okay, when we put admin and suppose the username is admin and the password is secret, then you'll get all the informations. All right, but if you want, you can really do lot of attacks with this. Okay, one of the attack could be you can inject a code, okay, and also put another query to it. All right, so suppose somehow you know what is the name of the table being used in the application or of the database, then you will be able to actually remove the entire table structure, or you will also be able to get the entire informations by getting queries. All right, so I have just created a lab for this. Let's go it. I'll just open the lab. Okay, so I've just created a small lab here where you need to give a username, and in the second column it's basically to be a in place of password we are going to give an email. Okay, so let's give an example. Suppose we give a random username and password. So what happens is it's saying that no user found here with the name, and suppose we give a proper first one is username and second one is email. Suppose if you give this, then we'll try to